the Mississippi River, and the skyline of New Orleans. As beautiful as ever on this terrific night in the Big Easy. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players have taken personal agency. They've pulled up stakes and forced trades in search of an ideal environment. Now, sometimes for teams on the losing end of that, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But this is the new reality of the NBA. Kevin?
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. You know what, Smitty, tonight we have two teams that love to push the tempo, love the pace. Smitty, do you like the fact the NBA is getting faster?
You know, I like it, Kevin. What I don't like is the coming down and taking a shot, an ill-advised shot. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, getting the ball up the court. If you don't have an advantage or a high percentage shot, just bring it out and run your offense.
Stay within the offense, in other words.
Yep,
right?
Stay within the offense.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Ed Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter, and it's Ball in at point guard. Now here is Holiday, 6 on the shot clock. Plays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got the opening field goal of the game for New Orleans.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
Favors against Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Now here's Gasol. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And here's New Orleans now. Holiday with it. Just 5 on the clock. The offensive rebound, Favors, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Pelicans shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. No good on that one.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Good on the second free throw. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
Now, here's Lowry, stolen by Ball. Pushing it up. And there's the lay-in.
I mean, I love the determination with Ball. Always attacking, does a great job of putting the defense on its heels.
Here's Lowry. Gasol kicks to Lowry. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A threat from anywhere on the floor. Lowry does it with skill, and he does it with toughness.
Inside. Ball, no good. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2, they now take the lead.
A good find by Kyle Lowry doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Now here's ball. Ingram outside. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Favors, with those broad shoulders, takes up a lot of space going up to shoot.
For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And that one falls for Favors. And so Favors nails both of them. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Now here's ball. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. And that one's good by Favors.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Here's ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. 1 and done at UCLA. How about 2nd overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
And he can't get the first one. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
He hits the second from the line.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And stolen by Williamson. Now here is Holiday, covered by Van Vliet. Now here's Williamson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ingram against Powell. And that one's good. Ingram.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside for Gasol. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pelicans leading by 6. Here's Williamson. That's tipped.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals, able to affect shots without fouling.
Now, here's Siakam. Takes a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Ingram attacking. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Gasol.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
First one falls for him.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
And he makes both free throws.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now here is Holiday. Ingram outside. Back to Holiday. Favors passes to Williamson. Good D by Siakam.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
New Orleans in the lead. They double him with Siakam. Now Ball. Ingram wide open. And the Pelicans miss again.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And Siakam throws it down.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Williamson. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
The drive by Lowry.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
For Toronto, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You know, he's a tough kid who comes from a tough town, Philadelphia. You just love Lowry's spirit and his fight.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Kyle Lowry drops them both. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. And here's Hayes. Ball, the pass to Hayes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
That free throw good from Hayes. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Lowry with the ball, now guarded by Ball. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Tries again. Rebounded by Hart.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Redick. There's the pass to Hayes. Now Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Here's McCall. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he's way off from outside. Pelicans leading by 3. Down low, here's Hart, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Yeah, just stepped out of bounds as he tried to slither around the defender there. Good job by the D to cut him off.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lowry against Ball. Lowry brings the double. Redick is in the corner. This one for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Anunoby. Shot to stop the run. Lowry can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 8. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Hart. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Raptors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Anunoby, good.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Passes to Hayes. Now here's Redick. Tight defense on him. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ball with it. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. The shot by Redick, no good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Anunoby, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 6-point lead. Now here's Ball. He kicks it to Hayes. And the Pelicans miss again. Lowry passes to McCaw. Lowry drawing the double team. Here's McCaw. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Raptors need to get a shot off. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Shot clock at 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Redick. Here's Hayes. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Poke loose and stolen by Williams. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
They get it again. Williams. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Lowry brings the double. Pass to Hayes. Outside, Redick. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Anunoby kicks to McCaw. To the right side. And Lowry gets double teamed. Tries from 10. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hayes dishes the ball. Now Hayes. Pass to Redick. That one off the back iron and out.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those 2 guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those 2 here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, he's out there with Williams. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. On the free throw, no good.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Here's Anunoby, covered by Redick. Anunoby passes to McCaw. Anunoby, good. And now a 6-point Raptor lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They're able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Williamson comes in for Kenrich Williams. And it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
A strange saga last season for Patrick McCaw. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him, and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
In a time of renewal for the Pelicans, ownership transitioning, new front office, and the #1 overall pick, Zion Williams.
Guys, after the turmoil of last season, a renewed sense of optimism. New life for this franchise.
To end the run, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Quick, athletic, explosive, Holiday will leave you in the dust.
Favors brings the double. Ibaka outside. And the pass to McCaw. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got 6 rebounds now in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league, a decade coaching in college, worked for and with so many legendary coaches, he's seen it all.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. That one is no good.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol, even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
Pelicans trail by 6. And here is Williamson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the middle, here's Alexander Walker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
Williamson, the pass to Alexander Walker. And Holiday, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Holiday's got 6.
Well, you look at Holiday. When you have that kind of upper body strength, you don't mind a little contact.
Stolen by Holiday. For the finish, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Siakam. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Raptors have been coming through at the charity streak. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The first one falls.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Favors, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Kicks it to Holiday. Shoots over Van Vliet. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
The Raptors have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Double team on Holiday. Passes it to Alexander Walker. New Orleans moving it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
And Siakam throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Got a piece of it. Here's McCall. He's got 7. Pass to Powell. Pass to Gasol. Shoots over Ingram. Gasol, no good. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. The pass to Williamson. Over Siakam. And another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Siakam.
This is the challenge Williamson possesses to many defenders. Hard to guard him without fouling. And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
That one is off. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
And the second free throw, good.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Powell with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Gasol. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors using his imposing frame to rock the rim.
To the inside, Gasol.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
The Raptors have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. He misses the free throw.
One of the best all-around bigs in the league. Gasol continues to modernize his game.
And he sinks the second. Pelicans trail by 4. Double team on Holiday. Poked away. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job.
Oh!
Goodness.
Terrific. You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
Ingram finds Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Van Vliet. It's Ingram on the wing. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Puts it up from 12. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Williamson.
And spectacular plays just seem to find this kid. Williamson with a great sense of time and space there.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Williamson. Ingram outside. Outside Holiday. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 7 rebounds in the game. Knocked loose and stolen by Favors. Here's Alexander Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. The first free throw is good. So for the Pelicans, Hayes comes in for Derek Favors. And Ball subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Raptors also with a sub. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And so he hits both.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Over Siakam. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Pass to Alexander Walker. No good on the 3. Raptors leading by 4. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Lowry drawing the double team. Toronto working the ball around now. And Gasol gets it to go.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Williams' shot is off. Toronto leading by 8. Hollis Jefferson finds Gasol. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. 5 on the clock. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Lowry. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Redick is in the corner. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Hart. He kicks it to Ball. Outside, Redick. And the Pelicans miss again.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Van Vliet. And Lowry gets double teamed. Ibaka outside. Out to the right wing. Van Vliet looking around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. From the top of the key. They get it back. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. The Pelicans trail. 56 seconds left here in the second. Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Ibaka down low. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
It's Redick on the wing. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Lowry against Ball. Now here is Lowry. He's covered closely. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Raptors leading by 7. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
Pass to Gasol. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Ingram outside. Pass to Williamson. Now here's Ball. Guarded by Powell. They double him with Siakam. For 3, Ingram. Toronto grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Shoots from the high post. And the Raptors miss again. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Holiday, and he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got 10.
Right there you see Holiday's toughness. Gets hit, able to maintain body control, finishes the play.
Now here's VanVleet, guarded by Holiday. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Powell, no one around him. And again, no good by Toronto.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. High arcing shot and the rejection by Favors.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers. A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And the dunk by Williamson.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Toronto calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he knocks down the first one. McCaw, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Both shots good from the stripe. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lowry brings the double. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. And so here's Toronto. Outside Lowry. Buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got 12 in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Williamson. Favors dishes to Williamson. That's tipped. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Ball. Lowry brings the double. Ball no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Back to Powell. Count the basket and the foul. They get Derek Favors.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pelicans trailed by 5. Lowry brings the double. Outside Holiday. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Now here's Ingram. Double team on Holiday. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Holiday. 9 points for Zion Williamson. Raptors leading by 3. Powell gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. Lowry drawing the double team. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. New Orleans on D. It's a 3-point game. Ingram against Powell. Outside Lowry. 5 on the clock. Feeds it to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 7 points for Marc Gasol.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
Rejected by Gasol. Now here's Lowry. Not a lot of room. It's deflected. They get it back. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Williamson. Gasol with the defensive effort.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Passes to McCaw. Back to Gasol. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Siakam. And that one good. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now Holiday. He's got 10. Here's Williamson. Goes back up. Back to Holiday. Fires it up. It's a very good look and converts. Holiday's got 12 in the game.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making. Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks to Holiday. Over Siakam. The shot by Holiday, no good. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Norman Powell. Outside Holiday. To the middle. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Raptors leading by 9. Down low. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. Down by 12. He dishes it to Redick. Got a piece of it. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Lowry. Over to the left wing. Anunoby. Shot clock reset for Toronto. Lowry against Holiday. Another shot. The shot by Lowry, no good. Pelicans trail by 12. And the wide open shot from Redick. And the 3 off target. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. McCaw kicks to Lowry. From outside the arc, that's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Holiday finds Redick. Back to Holiday. Over to the wing. Redick surveying the D. Almost, but it rolls out.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Holiday against Lowry. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Well, for New Orleans, shooting only 31%, their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And again, no good by New Orleans.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Ibaka. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Off target from outside.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Holiday against Lowry. And Holiday kicks to Hart. The pass to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Jump shot is good. Redick's got 8.
You've got to make J.J. Redick a ball handler. He's too lethal as a spot-up threat.
Lowry against Holiday. Pass to Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. He's got 12.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Redick dishes to Holiday. Here's Hayes. That one, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Inside. Here's Williamson. And good that time. Williamson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Redick. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Lowry against Holiday. The shot by Redick, no good.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Here's Lowry. Offensive rebound. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot blocking stretch 4.
Now here's Redick. He's guarded closely. Pass to Williamson. Here's Ball. No good.
Lowry isn't the biggest player, but he can get in your shirt and challenge a shot.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for the Toronto Raptors. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They're backcourt, Ball and Reddick. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Hart in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Ball, the pass to Hart. To the paint. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
And that one misses. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Pass the ball. He kicks it to Reddick. Now here's Williamson. He's tightly guarded. The shot, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Lowry, good.
It is so hard to stay in front of a guy like Kyle Lowry because he is so quick laterally with the ball.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Reddick. Back to Ball. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Favors. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds. Raptors leading by 15. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kyle does a great job of not letting a defender get comfortable on a drive, and it earned the foul.
That free throw, no good. Ingram, he's checked in for Hart. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby. Good on the second free throw. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now the pass to Favors. Ingram outside. Back to Favors. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Reddick finds Favors. And the rejection by Ibaka. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. They double him with Williamson. Powell dishes to Lowry. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Williamson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball effortless.
Passes it to Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Favors. Ingram against Siakam. And the New Orleans Pelicans with another turnover here. Lowry against Ball. Lowry kicks to Powell. Pass to Siakam. Ingram with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And that one, good.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
To the middle. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Ball. And up the floor again for New Orleans. Running the court. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Here is Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Toronto calls timeout.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now. Rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
And Lowry gets it to go.
He's been calling his own number all night, and Lowry's not wrong. He's the one with the hot hand.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Raptors leading by 14. The pass to Gasol. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. Passes it to Ball. New Orleans moving the ball around. And Favors kicks to Redick.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Misses the three. Stolen by Ball. And now the Pelicans on the break. Ball's running. Favors passes to Ball. It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williamson. Yep, that one goes. Williamson's got 16 here in the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Van Vliet finds Lowry. Knocked away. Here's Siakam, and it's blocked. And here is Ball. Favors in the post. Defended by Gasol. Favors can't get it to go.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And the Raptors miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Williamson, the pass to Favors. A beautiful reverse layup. Favors got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Reddick. Here's Siakam. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Williams, he's checked in for New Orleans. That free throw, no good.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And the second free throw, good. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. A 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
No good on the free throw.
And he may not be converting every chance he gets at the line, but at least he's creating those opportunities. Love the aggressiveness.
Okafor is checked in for Williams. He hits the second from the line. Van Vliet with it. Outside Lowry. And that one goes long.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Ingram outside. Back to Ball. Teardrop shot. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Okafor with the block. Outside for Reddick. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. 17 points was their biggest margin. And stolen by Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Outstanding at getting his hand on the ball. Williamson's opportunistic attitude on defense makes such a difference.
Loads it up there for Siakam. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyle Lowry.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive, and boy, did he make them pay.
Lowry against Ball. Outside Holiday. Shoots over Van Vliet. The shot by Holiday, no good. Raptors leading by 5. It's Powell on the wing. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Right side Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. That's now 26 points for Zion Williamson. Here's Van Vliet. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Now, here's Ball. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Siakam. 5 to shoot. That's tipped and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Powell. That shot off. Some solid defense from Ingram.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Gasol with the steal. Now here's Van Vliet. T right on him. Outside for Gasol. Lowry finds Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. Back to Lowry. And here's Gasol outside. Tipped away. Dives for it. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Ingram. Now Lowry. Over Ingram. And the basket by Lowry. Lowry's got 7 points for the quarter. New Orleans now. Time running out. And here's Holiday. .156 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Here's Van Vliet. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ingram dishes to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Ingram against Powell. Offensive rebound. Again, New Orleans turns it over. New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Raptors. .125 left in the fourth. Raptors leading by 8. Outside Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Toronto calls timeout. They lead by 6. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. .59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Lowry gets double teamed. Down low. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka efficient inside.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so here is New Orleans. And Holiday kicks to ball. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
.43 seconds left in the game. Taken away by Holiday.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Here's Williamson. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Pass to Powell. Ingram with the steal. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And the pass to Ball to tie it up. He's off from 3. Can't knock in the 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. 3 seconds left to play here in the 4th. For 3, Ingram. Oh, good on that one. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.